Creating Flow in Lean Construction, a step-by-step guide. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the rules of flow, Goldrat's rules of flow, that his daughter actually published for him. It's the book that he would have written if he was able to finish it. And this is really important to me because this puts a new perspective on flow and puts a perspective on flow that can be used in any aspects of any industry, whether it's business or operations or construction or manufacturing. So it's absolutely genius. In this video, I'm going to go through each concept one by one, use the flip charts behind me to explain them, and encourage you to read this book. You are going to love this content. You've probably never heard these concepts about flow. Okay, so the book is a gem. It's on Amazon and it's on Audible, but I'm going to take you through each of the concepts right now, high level, and whet your appetite, like get you ready, get you intrigued, so you want to implement this on your project. So let's go through these one by one. Number one, avoid bad multitasking, control your work in process. So I've already talked to you about in other videos about work in process. If you have an organization and that's their capacity, increasing your work in process above capacity will only extend how long it takes to do something. If you're on a freeway and the freeway has a certain capacity, you don't make the freeway travel go faster by adding too many cars. You make the freeway go fast by staying within its capacity and have it flow. Also, if you have an accident, you don't push through that accident by adding more cars. You don't push through a project by adding more work in process. You need to stay within your capacity. So multitasking in a business or in a construction project is where you're doing this, that, all over the place, and you have too much work in process above the capacity of the team that will only extend things. And this is the point. On a project, we need to stay focused and really be allocating resources to what's most important. So rule number one, avoid bad multitasking, doing everything all the time because we can. Stay within the capacity of the system and control your work in process. Second one, if you don't want to get stuck, verify a full kit before you begin. This is genius. A full kit will enable you to really start a task properly. So let's say, just like we've been talking about constantly, this is your work package. You have your crews over here ready to go. They should not even show up until you have your kit. So let's say your kit, in this kit that you're going to have ready before you even start the task, right? You need the right information. Okay, that's going to go into your kit. You're going to need the right materials, right? Supplies, whatever, that's going to go into your kit, right? You're going to need the right equipment, right? That's a beautiful piece of equipment in case you didn't know. That's going to go into your kit, right? You're going to need the layout, so grid lines, whatever it is, you're going to need that in your kit. Whatever it is that you need, oh, let's just say tools, right? So you have, your tools in your box, that's in your kit. You need to verify that you have a full kit before you ever come to work. People typically in construction will show up and say, I'm going to go do this task. Oh, where's the material? Let me run around and find it. Oh, where are the tools? I need that. Let me go to Home Depot. Oh, I don't have all the materials. We need to reorder it. We're going to demobilize. The gate, so let's just say that this is a fence and there's a gate here. That gate can't open, right, until you verify that this is done. So this kit right here is like the key, right? It's the key that opens this gate. You're not going to pass that gate and start work until you verify that you have a full kit to do that work. In construction, this is one of the rules to flow. If you are within your capacity, meaning you're doing the right amount of work and you have the right WIP, work in process, the other thing is everything that you do should have verified full kits that unlock the gate to actually do the work. If you don't do it, you will experience stops and restarts. Number 3, triage to make sure that you're working on the right priorities. We know that triage doctors in the emergency room will say, oh, okay, you have a cold, you need to wait. Oh, you're bleeding and you're going to die in 3 minutes, you go in, right? Okay, you're about to pass out, just need to sit down and have a cool towel, you stay. You're having a heart attack, you're in. Triage means that you do the most important things first and that you make key decisions. One of the problems with a construction site is they're like, okay, I can go work on the interiors, the exterior, there's this random project over here. Hey, we can go ahead and do that. You can get into that early zone over here, this, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't have the capacity for all of this, if the project team can supervise this, if the designers can support RFIs and information and field walks with this, if your owner can do financial approvals for this, if you have supervision on site for this, then you do not belong doing things that are not most important. So just because you might be able to go do something doesn't mean the entire system has the ability to focus on it and do it right. So you must triage and decide, hey, I'm erecting this tower crane and I'm working on the superstructure. I could go over here and do this little non-critical renovation over here. I can do it, and normally superintendents and PMs will be like, let's just do everything. But then we get distracted, we're not focused, we make a mistake, then it starts to compound and we spiral out of control. So always remember number 3, triage to make sure you're focused on the right priorities. 4, ensure synchronization between projects, tasks, and people. The best way that I like to understand this is, I remember one time on a research laboratory, we had the framing and drywall contractors and they were on different floors. And this was partially my fault, but we had a super and an FE on the upper floors and then a super and an FE on the lower floors. And then we had other work throughout the project. And they were like, no, I need you over here. I need the framing and drywall crews here. No, I need them over here. No, I need to finish something over here. I remember as a project superintendent having to synchronize and level and say, hey, you want 8 people, but you can get by with your work for production necessity based on 4. Hey, down here, you want 12. Actually, this is the priority work. You get 12. Hey, for finishing, you want 4 people over here. Actually, we only have 2. And so if we were like, okay, you get all the 8 people and distracted them from what's most important, that's called sub-optimization. So making sure there's synchronization here is key. That means this area may be going slower, but we are focused in the right areas, so we've optimized the whole. 5, if you keep going back to the same projects or tasks and experiencing the same problems, you might want to increase the dosage. This is what this means, right? If you have steps in a process and it's step 1, 2, or 3, or this could be tact wagon 1, 2, or 3, or whatever it is, and every time you start a new area, you have problems here, and somebody can come in and fix it, right? That's fine, but when you start to replicate this throughout the project, let's just say hypothetically that your assistant superintendent always has to come in and fix it. Oh, yep, they're behind again, come in and fix it. Yep, we're doing it again over here. Yep, let's go ahead, we have to come in and fix it. If you keep experiencing the same problem, you might need to increase the dosage. The dosage of what? Preparation, okay? Planning, okay? With the actual team. Training, okay? Resources, whatever it is, supportive measures, right? You might want to increase the dosage. So if you always have a problem here, instead of always fixing it, which should be your plan B, go to plan A and increase the dosage of preparation, planning, training to make sure that we optimize that bottleneck. 6, avoid unnecessary rework by finding out what causes it. So again, if you come in here and you increase the dosage here, that's great. Another option you could use or that I would recommend, and it's in the rules of flow, is to find out what is going wrong. Maybe we don't know. What is going wrong? Let's observe it again. This is what we think. All right, let's test our hypothesis. Oh, yeah, that is what's going on. Then we can do our plan, do, check, act, PDCA cycle, and implement countermeasures and make sure we fix the actual problem. So instead of always masking, oh, oh my gosh, this is so good, you should like and subscribe to the video. A lot of times in construction, we just mask waste, right? Oh, people aren't cleaning, let's do a composite cleanup crew. Oh, I can't get my work done, I'll just work extra hours, right? Oh, we're not doing good from production, we'll just work overtime, right? We in construction are great with just always coming in here and fighting fires. A lot of superintendents also get their significance from doing this. They're like, oh, I'm needed, oh, I'm needed, oh, I'm needed. But that's not fixing the problem. Let's say, no, I don't need to be doing this. Let's go ahead and find out what the root cause is. If changing the dosage of planning and preparation isn't the answer, let's fix the root cause instead of always masking it with waste. That's absolutely key if we want to be effective. And remember, the true measure of a successful superintendent isn't how much the job needs them, but how well the job runs without them. 7, standardization is recommended when improvising is costly. What that means is when we want flow, we should standardize, use standard work, create rhythm, create consistency, create repetition. Really like design our process, make it standard, teach it as a standard, right? Standardization is the basis for continuous improvement and is a lot more effective, especially when improvising is costly and takes time. And the last one, abolish the local optimum. The global optimum is what matters. Or you can say, don't sub-optimize, optimize the system. Or don't look for individual efficiency, optimize the whole. So I can draw this in a very easy graphic here. If you have a bottleneck in the system, which looks like this, and people are making improvements, random improvements elsewhere, if you made an improvement here, that doesn't at all affect our ability to fix the bottleneck. So instead of allocating money to this department or to this area or making this crew go faster, instead of having spent the resources here, we should have spent that capacity and expanded our bottleneck so that we have optimum flow throughout the overall system. So we're not looking for local optimums, we're looking for optimizing the whole, which means that we're always focused on removing the bottlenecks. Now, the key to this is that all of these rules of flow, and I highly recommend you read the book, are designed as a system. It really all comes down to focus your efforts where your bottlenecks are and don't waste resources where they are not. And then once you've optimized that bottleneck, look for the next and the next and the next. Always look for your most limiting factor. And so I'm going to put this into a really beautiful Canva graphic for you and recommend, and put in the link below, that you read the book Goldrat's Rules of Flow. It's absolutely fantastic. If you start implementing these rules in your organization, it will be a game changer for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.